Hello.
Hello,
Hi, how are you?
I'm doing well, thank you. What about you?
I'm good. Did you get a haircut?
Yeah,
Okay, it looks very nice.
thank you.
How was your weekend?
My weekend today is Saturday.
Yes.
I went to my friend's house, yeah, and I arrived here in the morning.
Oh, you just got back. Okay.
Yeah, so I'm home. I'm home today.
I got home today.
I got home. Yeah, I got home. So I will stay here for the weekend.
Yeah, relax and be home. How was your family time with your parents?
They are very well. My
Good.
all my family they're very well and happy because I stayed with them for 3 days.
Wow. Isn't that crazy how happy you can make people by just being there? That's that's the nice part about family.
Mm-hmm.
And how was your wife's time away from you? Did she do anything fun?
Can you repeat?
I said, how was your wife's time away from you? Did she do anything like fun for
She
herself?
had to work.
Oh, okay,
She
well,
had to work Wednesday and Thursday. Yes. She worked yesterday as well.
okay. When is she taking her maternity leave?
Permission?
When is she taking her maternity leave?
Uh, is 1 month ago the born and 1 month after.
1 month after the baby is born.
Uh-huh. I'm
She's gonna
sorry, yeah,
take.
before and after 2 months.
That's it? That's maternity leave?
Yeah, solo son 2 meses los que te dan, ¿no? Ajá. Three. 3 months.
3 months? Okay, okay, that is a shock. I thought everyone had 1 year. In Canada, it's one
Really?
year. Yeah, at least
Wow.
1 year, maybe more, like a year and a half, depending on your company.
With pay?
With pay, of course.
Wow.
I know. That's wow. Okay, well, good for your wife. She's gonna be a strong woman. How do you take care of the baby? It's still breastfeeding. Like, how that, I don't even know how. I'm sure. Obviously, it'll be fine. It'll be fine. Lots of Mexican women do it, clearly.
Yeah.
Okay.
We will hire someone
Okay.
to help us.
Okay, that's good. Yeah, three
Yeah, but
months.
1 year is a long time, I
I
think.
know. It's a good amount of time. Wait, it's a baby. The first half, like my sister, her baby is still breastfeeding. He's 4 months. So 4 months, he's like attached to her basically, probably until, 6 or 8 months, six or
But
seven.
you only dedicate your time to your baby for
Yes.
1 year.
Yes.
Wow.
I want 5 years. So I don't think
But
1 year is enough.
what happened with your knowledge, with your experience? Uh, you know, all or every year or all the years you are learning new things.
Hmm.
And if you don't work for 1 year, maybe you are losing knowledge or experience.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Maybe
Something.
5 months, it's a good time, or I don't know.
Is
In
that how much you
Mexico,
would need?
yeah, en México siempre ha sido así. Yeah, in English, 1 second.
Mhm.
Yeah, in Mexico, it has always been like this.
And nobody complains. Like your baby is a baby. Like it's months old still, and you have to go back to work full time. Your body gonna be healed? Like it takes women's body months to like go back to normal, and she's got to go to work. That's
Yeah,
crazy.
it's crazy and it's hard because, like you said, their body.
Hmm.
Maybe you need to do some exercise after the born.
Yes.
Okay.
After the birth, the birth.
The birth. Okay, the birth.
Yeah, it's crazy. And there's also like mental things. Like lots of people get postpartum depression. Like there's people, women get depressed a lot after their baby's born, especially when it's boys. I don't know why they call it the baby boy blues, but apparently, yeah, you get kind of depressed.
What about the father?
I don't
The,
know about you guys.
yeah.
No, I'm kidding. In Canada, actually, men can take paternity leave. So if
Okay.
you also have the right as a man to take
Could you
one
help
year
me
off for your child.
with that words or with those words? Maternity.
Yes, maternity
Okay.
for the mother,
Okay.
and
And
then
paternity.
paternity. Yeah, that's for either parent, and then I think it's fraternity if you want to do it for a male. Fraternity. Let me see if that's a real word.
Maternity leave. Fraternity.
Maternity, paternity, fraternity.
Okay. For maternity leave, you can receive 1 year with pay without
Hmm.
work, without to work.
Yes, that's just the minimum. Usually, all over Canada, it's 1 year.
The
Some
minimum.
companies, that's the minimum. Yeah, that's the minimum.
Wow.
Okay, don't say fraternity. That's actually only for colleges. You know, when guys have like the groups in college, they're like frat brothers. It's called a fraternity. There's no
Okay, no,
fraternities
no,
for
no.
college.
It's a
Don't use that.
sorry.
Yeah, just
But
maternity,
paternity,
fraternity. Yeah,
paternity,
yes.
how many days you have?
For paternity, it's the same as the father. The father would get 12 months as well if he's going to be the sole caregiver. So if you decide, like, if your wife goes back to work and you're going to stay with the baby, you get the 12 months. And I think in certain provinces, you guys can both take it. Like, I think the mom can take your 12 months, go back to work, and then the dad can take paternity and go 12 months.
Okay, but if they are both, I mean, the
Yeah.
the, the baby has mom, a father,
Hmm.
and the mom has 1 year, but what about the time for the father?
1 year. The both
One
of
year.
them. Yes. Yes.
Wow.
So I started in 2019. As of March 2019, all Canadian parents have 40 weeks of paternal leave, 5 of which are specifically meant for dads to take time off of work to care for their newborn. Wow. Okay. So, yeah. So usually I think the moms might get 55 and then the dads get 40. And it must be paid within a year of the birth. So you have to take your maternity leave within 1 year of the birth. So you could wait till the end of the year and then be like, I'm taking my maternity leave, and then do it like that. So
What is the
he looks,
percentage? What is the percentage of children they have in Canada?
I don't know. I think it's not that much. Let me look at the birth rate. Birth rate Canada. It's been going down everywhere around the world. Ooh, it's dropping like hotcakes. There's nobody having so apparently there's 1.5 babies per woman as of 2019. So and we're gonna round down. Most women only have one child.
Okay. How many children would you
It's
like to have?
ooh, 0. I would like
Okay.
to adopt. I don't want to give birth. I'm not interested. But maternity and paternity leave counts for adoption. So if you adopt a baby,
Wow.
you also yes, you get look at you, you're like, I gotta
Right.
go to Canada. Yeah, you get it to bond with your child. It's like a birth. It's like a family birth still.
Wow. It's incredible because I didn't know, and in Mexico it's completely different.
Yeah. I didn't know. I good thing. My boyfriend's Mexican. I'm telling him if we ever have children, we have to go to Canada.
As a father in Mexico, it depends the company, but
Hmm.
usually you have just only 1 week
For your
for
baby.
for, for the men, for father.
Mm.
But for for women, you have 3 months.
That's wow. So your wife's gonna take 1 month before the baby's off, have the baby, and then have a month after, kind of.
Yeah, probably is like that.
Wow. I can't believe that. Okay, Mexican women are on another level now. Now that I know these women have a baby and go back to work very quickly. And of course, in Canada, some women, like my sister, she wants to go back to work early, and some women never stop working. So it depends on the person. Not everybody takes the full 12
So,
months.
so it's your choice.
It's your choice, of course, it's your choice.
Okay, but you receive a double pay.
No, 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 no. You only get it if you take maternity leave, you get the pay. If you don't take it, it's not like they still give you the money. You didn't take it.
What would you do in that case?
I would take it. I don't want to work for 5 years. I want to homeschool my children like until they're 7 years old. Then they can go into the world. But I definitely want to spend like if want to be a mom, I'm gonna be a mom. I just want to be a mom. Like it's a full-time job to raise kids. I've seen it. I've been a part of it. And yeah, you really need a full-time person there. Like hopefully you're like my partner will be able to help as much as they can, but there should be one person that's full-time with your kids, I think. I would like, it's a luxury, I know. You can't afford it these days. It's so hard, but I would like to be financially secure so I could take 5 years off and have like two kids. Two kids.
2 kids. Okay.
Yeah.
When you were working in Mexico, you work for a Mexican company or for
Yeah.
yeah. Okay. Do you know your benefits
No.
from that company? No.
Oh wait, I did. I had health and dental. I had benefits as like every Mexican citizen, like the basic healthcare that every company gives. That was our basic healthcare. I'm pretty sure, and it included dental. Yeah, that was it. I didn't talk about maternity or paternity leave at all.
Okay. 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 You should. You should. Yeah.
Ask them about it. They should tell us about
Now
it.
you should know all your benefits if
Yeah.
you have a contract with um a lot of companies in Mexico they are foreigners.
Hmm.
Yeah. But the benefits is like I don't know what is the word. It's Mexican or the benefits are Mexican
Hmm.
or like usual or is they are usual, usuales,
Usually.
usually. Usually, all the companies give the same benefits almost, but it's not the same in all the cases.
Okay, I know he's talked about them. I know I had benefits and I was happy. It was like full coverage healthcare, like covers everything. So I was happy with that. And I also had like travel insurance. And I'm Canadian and Canada's not too far. So I wasn't too concerned about the health benefits. But you're right, I should pay more attention to them.
Okay, okay, okay. When you were in Puerto Vallarta, did you go? Did you go? Did you go to to a hospital? Did you go? Did you went? You went?
Mm, did you go?
Did you go? Okay.
And no, I didn't go. I went to one private clinic to get my COVID-19 test because I had to fly.
Uh huh.
I only went there once and it was really nice. It was very, very nice and very affordable for a private company, like compared to, back home.
Okay, the medical service in Canada is free, right?
It's free. It's free. It's free. Yes, it's free, but it
Approved.
doesn't include teeth or eyes.
Okay. If you have uh, a wrong or a bad, um, what is the word for enfermedad?
In inflammation?
Illness. Illness.
Yes.
Uh-huh. If you have a bad illness, what happened in that case?
If you're really sick, yeah, you go to the hospital, they help you. But if it's like cancer and things like that, like terminal illnesses, they don't pay for it. You have to pay for your own chemotherapy. You have to pay for your own private uh, medicine. They don't give you the medicine free. They have lots of programs to get prescription medicine free, but prescription medicine isn't, I don't think, isn't free for everybody. And yeah, so the healthcare is like a mixture. Like they say it's free, but it's not 100% free, and it's not great quality when it is free. Because it's free, anyone can use it, and it's like a lot of patients, not a lot of doctors, so it's not the best system.
Okay. Um, have you ever crossed the border between Canada and the US?
Yes, of course. What do you mean, like by
Yeah,
car
by
or by?
car, yeah, by car or walking.
I crossed by car. Yeah, we drove to Florida once when we went to Disneyland. We drove there, and when else have I gone across? Maybe for a basketball tournament. I think maybe I crossed it. Yeah, we drove across for a basketball tournament, but usually I fly across the
How is the
American border.
border?
It's pretty relaxed. It's pretty relaxed. It's heavily guarded, and they're kind of strict about searching cars. Like they search everyone's car. But if you're like by yourself, usually I'm alone. They're pretty nice. You just go across, and I'm American, so it's kind of easier. Like I have American ID, so maybe that makes it easier.
Okay, but is there a lot of surveillance?
Yeah, of course. Yes, it's like a big. So there's lots of surveillance. There's lots of officers, and there's lots of dogs. They usually have, dogs a lot.
But you don't have a wall.
No, there's no wall. No, there's no wall. There's just like the border, like the little car thing, like a toll.
Do you know how is the border between Mexico and the US?
It's the wall the
It's
one
the
that
wall.
Trump said he was going to build. He didn't finish it, right?
No, but before Trump, uh, it was already exist that wall.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh. So that wall exists uh, a lot of years ago.
Really?
Mhm.
What? I didn't know that. What? It was just not a good wall. It was like bad.
Yeah, the people, or how you say, it's been a long time since the people have tried to cross the border.
Really? I guess that's
Mexican, Central American. How you say Central Americanos?
Central American.
Central American. Okay. Uh-huh.
So I guess that's what they wanted, to slow down the border. But I still think there's a big like mess at the borders. They have a lot of people still stuck there. Like I'm so confused. Like why? Like obviously, if you come across the border and you don't get in, and they catch you or whatever, they don't return you back to Mexico. They're starting to like ship like illegal aliens to different states in America, like weird random states. There was a news not article, a news program or a news segment about this yesterday actually, and like a lot of Latin American people who like anybody who's an illegal alien, like I don't even know, from different places, but it's mostly from Mexico. A lot of them have family in New York. So when they get on these buses, they don't tell them where they're going or where they're sending them, but they hope they get closer to New York so they can be with their families. And then they send them to like these weird random country places, like so far from the border, so far from their family, and we don't know why. They're not even deporting these people. They're not helping them in any way. They're just moving them to different parts in America, and they want them to populate and like work in certain areas that aren't popular for people to work. It's like they're literally taking people and being like, okay, we won't kick you out, but you have to live here and you have to grow and develop this area for us because nobody else wants to. That's what it looks like. So yeah, I don't know what's going on in America right now, but it doesn't look good.
That's a good topic for a podcast.
It is. It is. What is America doing with its illegal detainees? Honestly, I hate that because I know a lot of Canadians who are in America illegally, and they never get caught. My dad lived in Canada illegally as a American Mexican. He never got caught till the very end. We're all adults, like his kids are grown up, whatever. But he got deported back to America. Like he got to go home. Like I just feel like the options if you're caught and you're not from a certain country are different. Like if an American gets caught breaking rules in Canada versus like I don't know, somebody from Turkey or Mexico, they're treated differently. And it's very obvious.
How are the laws in the US and in Canada? If you want to talk about anything
Like the laws in general?
in general, yeah.
I mean, I
Because
don't
in
know.
some countries you can't to talk about the government or
Oh.
politics. Hmm.
No, Canada, America, freedom of speech. Everybody's always criticizing our law, the legal system. Everybody thinks it's very outdated, I'll say. Obviously, we know it's necessary for a functioning society, but a lot of the laws are sexist, racist, xenophobic. You know, there's a lot of isms, homophobic. There's a lot of things in our legal system because it used to be basically religion. So there's a lot of things that are discriminated against naturally in the justice system. Right now, actually, a new case happened. This girl, there's a lot of sex trafficking all over the world, of course, but they've been really cracking down on human trafficking, especially in Canada and America. And this girl, she was like 16 and she had been taken and she killed her abuser and like abductor. She killed him and she got away. And then when she went to the police, they are going to give her 5 years in prison and she's got to pay like $15,000 to the rapist's family because she murdered him. And people are like, this is crazy. Like, if you escape or if you attack your abuser or the kidnappers, you're going to get in trouble for it. They're like, you guys are protecting this industry if you guys do things like that. And so a lot of people are upset. She's a Black woman as well, a Black girl. She's only 16. And a lot of people are saying like this usually happens to people of color, like these types of sentences. Like, so they're saying there's a lot of racism within the sex trade. Like, firstly, people of color get taken first, like the women, and they don't really go look for them. And then when they finally kill their own abductors, they get in trouble a lot more. And they're saying you guys don't do anything about this because they're, you know, people of color. So that's the news right now.
Wow, wow, wow.
Yeah, it's really sad.
You will do a good job if you want to talk about things like that in your podcast on YouTube.
Why are you I love it. You know, I've actually started I'm going to have a new video Tuesday. I started my first segment is going to be the top 5 most common spoken, I don't
Okay.
want to say mistake, but whatever, mistakes I hear from my students in my tutoring classes. So there's like a couple of phrases that everybody, no matter what the nationality is, they confuse. So I have like 3 right now that are very common. I'm pretty sure you know most of them, but I'm looking for my next 2. And then, yeah, that's my first segment. I'm going to do one video for each topic, each sentence. It's going to be like a
Mm-hmm.
minute video. And then on YouTube, I'm going to put it together, like each 1 minute video. I'm just going to put it together in a playlist. And then I'm going to post it on Tuesday. So that will be my first video back.
Okay. I will watch your videos. I promise you.
Good. And maybe one day, once I get comfortable, I'll tackle complicated subjects like this.
You said taco?
No, I said I'll tackle. I would love a taco. Tackle. Like,
Okay, taco. What's mean taco?
yeah,
Like,
tackle.
okay, come on.
Tackle? Yeah, like football. Yeah, you jump
Okay.
on someone. Yeah.
Okay. Is there something that identifies you with your country, with Canada?
Probably the fact that it's made from immigrants. My family, and I like to go to lots of new places. I'll like Mexico, lots of places I like to travel to. And I'm always a foreigner. So in Canada, it's nice because everybody's a foreigner. We're all foreigners. Everybody there, except for like indigenous people, they came. Maybe their ancestors came, you know, earlier than mine, but everybody in Canada is a foreigner, is an immigrant. So we're all on the same playing field.
Wow. Okay, okay, okay. Do you have a favorite food from Canada?
I don't know, maple syrup. They don't have food. These people don't cook. Remember the Canadians, the first Canadians were Europeans. They did not cook well. Their food was not good. So I think maybe, oh, wait, that's a lie. Poutine. It's very Canadian. It's basically fries, but it's fries
Okay.
with gravy
But
and cheese.
poutine is from French, for France, right?
No, how
No?
dare you? Poutine is maybe French Canadian, but it's from Canada. They don't do that in France. It's Canadian.
How is the poutine?
It's delicious. It's fries, gravy, and cheese. The cheese is like cheese curd though, so it's like a special cheese. I don't know. It's like clumpier. Sounds gross, but it's very good. And yeah, then maple syrup. Like honestly, I was joking, but maple syrup is delicious. The maple trees in Canada, that's probably comes from the indigenous. Honestly, they definitely learned how to tap the. It's called tapping a tree when you put like a metal pole stick in it, and then the sap will come out of the metal straw. It drips out. That's how we get the maple syrup from the trees. So that is very delicious here. Like you've never had pancakes or waffles with like the best sauce is maple syrup. It's so good.
Okay. Yeah. The only thing from Canada that I have eaten, I have bought in
Mm-hmm.
Tim Hortons or no?
Tim Hortons.
Yeah, Tim Hortons. It's
That's
coffee,
Canadian.
and what is the word for el cuernito? ¿Cómo se llama?
Is it a donut?
No, it's like the here, like this,
Is a circle?
algo así.
A
Ajá.
Danish? A pastry? Is it food or a bagel?
No, it's like a bagel, but it's like 1 second. It's like no, I can find cuernito. In Mexico, it's
A
cuernito.
croissant?
Croissant,
A croissant. That's French. Yeah, that's croissants are French. But yes,
croissant.
Tim Hortons coffee is very Canadian.
Okay. Do you think is the flavor is different than other countries?
It has to be. People fly, like my Japanese students are so obsessed with Tim Hortons. They're like, oh my gosh, Tim Hortons. They love it. They love it more than Starbucks. So it must taste different. Um, we will continue this conversation next time. I have to go to my next lesson. It was so good to
Okay.
see you. I'll see you next time.
Okay. Thank you.
Bye.
Take care.
Thank you. You too.